शर्म की बात नहीं,
नहीं,
और हमें इंस्टीट्यूशन में भी
मैं डॉक्टर
तैयार
साहब
रहना।
मानता हूँ, particularly the male people who are scared of working at home and they say that we are too big for that. I don't think they have a right to meet big people.
बिल्कुल सही, इसमें कोई शक नहीं,
अभी जो
बिल्कुल ठीक।
एसबीआई का चेयरमैन बनने जा रहा है, he has been my student.
अरे वाह, क्या बात है, क्या
आरबीआई
बात।
का एक वन ऑफ द आरबीआई द डिप्टी डायरेक्टर्स इज माय स्टूडेंट.
वेरी गुड,
अभी जो सेल का चेयरमैन एंड मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर है, ही हैज बीन माय स्टूडेंट.
वेरी गुड, वेरी
तो
गुड।
सर, उन लोगों के साथ उन लोगों को पढ़ाने
बिल्कुल,
का हक भी तभी मिलता है
जब
जब
आप,
आप घर की सफाई कर सकें.
सर बात ये है कि फिर और हैंड्स ऑन क्या होता है,
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
हम सीखते तो उसी से हैं, जब
लोग
हम अपना ही काम नहीं कर सकते तो फिर क्या हैंड्स ऑन।
लोग कहते हैं आजकल आप क्या कर रहे हो, तो
वी आर लाइव ऑन, सर वी आर
फ्रेंड
लाइव
सेट
ऑन
के मैं
यूट्यूब, लेट अस।
फ्रेंड सेट के मैं बीजेपी कर रहा हूँ. कहते बीजेपी क्या है? कहते बर्तन झाड़ू पोछा.
सर कैन वी स्टार्ट बिकॉज वी आर
Yeah,
लाइव
please,
ऑन
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
यूट्यूब।
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
प्लीज,
happy that the system is working. So just go
यस,
cracking because colleagues are waiting.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक
Yes,
यू
sir.
सर,
Yes, sir.
थैंक
A very good morning to our esteemed chief guest, Professor M.L. Singla, Dr. S.P. Agarwal, Principal Ramanujan College, Dr. Swati Pal, Principal Janki Devi Memorial College, my worthy colleagues from both the colleges, and over 500 participants who have joined us today, Pan India. I, Nidhi Mathur, on behalf of Ramanujan College, welcome you all to this 1 week faculty development program on ICT enabled teaching learning, jointly organized by Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College, and Janki Devi Memorial College. The current academic session has begun amidst various uncertainties due to the COVID 19 pandemic. Owing to this pandemic, which has resulted in the temporary closure of educational institutions across the globe, e learning is one arena which has remained unaffected and instead has witnessed an exponential increase in it. This has resulted in an unprecedented acceleration in the use of digital technologies and has instilled a wave of online learning and teaching amongst educators all across the globe. It therefore becomes very important that educators upgrade their skills and become fully competent in this new mode so as to continue with their quest for providing higher education of the highest standards. These efforts have also helped us move in the direction of fulfilling the dream of Digital India and Bharat Padhe online campaigns to sensitize and digitize India about the need for online education. Being in a state of complete isolation has taken a toll not only on our mental and physical well being, but has also resulted in monotony and boredom. There is a vast difference between e learning and e training, where the former imparts knowledge, the latter inculcates practical and hands on experience to the learners. This very FDP aspires to bridge the gap, leading to a wholesome and well rounded personality of academicians. Massive open online courses, or MOOCs, which they are famously known as, are in high demand as they are self paced and goal oriented. The focus of these MOOC programs is to work and collaborate locally and globally to evolve the idea of blended learning. And this very analytical way of teaching and learning can pave the way for new pathways of education. Benjamin Franklin once very rightly said, "Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn." True to this quote of constantly learning and trying to excel in whatever circumstances arise, Ramanujan College, under the stewardship of our able principal, Dr. S.P. Agarwal, has conducted more than 18 online FDPs through its Teaching Learning Center of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission of Teachers and Teaching Scheme of Ministry of Education, erstwhile MHRD, thus imparting training to more than 30,000 teachers. The course structure has been designed by experts to increase the knowledge and ease of use of ICT options amongst the faculty, enabling them to adapt themselves to the ever-changing environment of higher education around the globe, thereby making their teaching resilient and agile so that they can manage online classes effectively. This FDP provides a much needed opportunity to familiarize and equip the faculty with various technological tools and platforms for efficient conduct of virtual learning, to explore the usage of online courses for learning, teaching and professional development, and also to build their capability to plan, design, and implement online courses that are in tune with international standards. The participants would be able to successfully create e-content, integrate open educational resources in their courses, be abreast with advanced concepts in online teaching modules, and be able to develop their own MOOCs. With this, I now request Dr. Swati Pal, Principal, Janki Devi Memorial College, to address the audience. Over to
Thank
you,
you
ma'am.
so much. Thank you so much, Nidhi, for such a comprehensive introduction to the entire FTP. It couldn't have been better. Professor Singla, Dr. Agarwal, esteemed colleagues from all across the country, the IQAC coordinating teams from both colleges, and the organizing team for this particular FTP from both colleges. A very, very warm welcome, and also a big heartfelt vote of thanks right in advance to all of you for being here. I know that it's going to be an absolutely enriching FTP, given the fact that the Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya Center at Ramanujan College has already conducted so many courses, and each of them have been absolutely successful. After Nidhi's very comprehensive discussion or narration of what this FTP is all about, I don't know if I have much left to say, but I would like to put across some thoughts of mine as to why it is that at Janki Devi Memorial College, we decided that it was imperative that we offer a faculty development program on ICT-enabled teaching and learning. Now, my contention, and I'm sure it is the contention of all my colleagues who are participating here, is that as teachers, we constantly aim at qualitative teaching. It is all very well to have a syllabus which we need to complete, but merely completing a syllabus is not doing justice to it. What is required is that we complete it in a manner in which it is comprehensible to the students, in which they can then go ahead to use that knowledge for their own development. And so if the time has come that we need to do that over a virtual platform, if the time has come when we need to use digital tools, then there are two ways of looking at this entire scenario. One is to sit and weep that, oh my goodness, what is going to happen? We've never done it before, and it's not, it's not the same feeling. Of course it is not. Of course, a digital platform can never be the same as an actual physical classroom. But as teachers, we need to also be role models. And one of the things for which we need to be role models is our ability to adapt to change. I said this a few days ago at the Teachers' Day celebration that the college had, and I will repeat myself. And by the way, I think it's a Teachers' Day every single day, so happy Teachers' Day to everybody. So as I said that a few days ago when I was speaking to my colleagues, I said this, that we as teachers are really warriors of a certain kind. we know how to combat any kind of change in circumstances, however challenging they may be, because we want to give the very best to our students. Today's scenario, the pandemic, has forced all of us to connect on this virtual platform. And I think it's a marvelous platform. I think it can be used very, very effectively. But yes, like everything else, we require the training for it. Without training, we cannot perhaps use technology to its complete advantage. And that is the purpose of this particular faculty development program, which I know is going to be extremely beneficial to all of us who are participating in it. I'm not going to take up any more time because I know that the inaugural is just the beginning. Thereafter, the sessions have to start, and we are all really eager to listen not only to Dr. Agarwal, but to our chief guest, Professor Singla, whom I know is extremely eloquent in his speech, extremely interactive. So I look forward to listening to you, sir. And once more, a very, very warm welcome to all the participants, and a big thank you to the organizing teams of both colleges. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I take this immense pleasure to invite Dr. S.P. Agarwal, sir, Principal Ramanujan College, the brain behind conceptualization of these online FTPs. He is a dynamic visionary who thinks out of the box and encourages others to think ahead and face challenges. Under his proficient administration and guidance, the college got an A-grade accreditation from NAC. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Nidhi. Good morning and welcome to all the dignitaries, especially all our learned participants who have joined us this morning from all over the country. Our chief guest today, Professor M.L. Singla, a dear friend, former Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, and presently Professor at FMS. Basically a champion of IT in Delhi University. He was Dean examination, and I think whatever IT initiative started there was his brainchild. So I think he is the right person today to speak to our participants. My fellow colleague, Dr. Swati Pal, Principal JDM, organizing team members from both the colleges. Once again, I welcome all of you on behalf of Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College, in this 1 week FDP titled as ICT Enabled Teaching Learning. Friends, I think all explanation done by Nidhi and Dr. Swati ji really does not need much introduction from my side, except few things which I wanted to share as the initiative of the college. Well, as regards Ramanujan College is a Delhi University maintained institution and a very small institution in comparison to JDM. We are a new entity in a way, taking over a evening college to a full-fledged day college in 2012 itself. And since then, we have not looked back, and I can say today we are best in terms of so many things, not only in teaching, learning, research, and infrastructure, and our labs especially. As regards this initiative of Teaching Learning Center, actually we have been awarded this center by Ministry of HRD way back in 2017, and till 2020, till this lockdown happened, we organized about 30 programs and could train only 3,000 teachers. And this ICT initiative we started in last 1 year. Actually, we organized few programs in classroom setup to train our own teachers and to train teachers from other countries, but very few in numbers, maybe 20 to 40 in one session. And mainly our focus was on Google Classroom and how the teaching, learning, and research and other things happen through ICT. That was our focus. And once suddenly the lockdown started in March, and in first week itself, we had a challenge how to do the teaching online, and we could train our teachers within that span of 1 week, which we got initially, that teachers are there and students are not there. So we trained again our teachers, and I tell you, that the teaching which happened in our institution in the last semester was one of the best in Delhi University because of this initiative. And another important thing, which we would like to highlight here, that in April itself, once the lockdown started, our faculty, our team, thought that we should do something meaningful rather than sitting at home ideally, or just doing teaching of our students. So they developed a EDX portal to handle the large number of participants from all over the country. And the first program we launched, 2-week FDP, again on MOOCs and ICT. And you will not believe that it was, got a response of 16,000 teachers from all over the country. And in the first go itself, we could train around 8,000 teachers, and we could test our portal that it is working very well. And since then, we did not look back, and Nidhi was saying 30,000, but we have a figure that we have already crossed 50,000 training of teachers in various areas, not only in MOOCs and ICT tools, but in data analysis and some subject-based, refresher courses. So today also, there are more than 500 participants in this program. And our objective, or rather I should say the objective of the ministry was to do a systematic training program for teachers all over the country. And that is why they sanctioned about 50 teaching learning centers under the aegis of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission for Teachers and Teaching, and mainly to central universities, IITs, and bigger institutions. But we are fortunate that being a small institution, we could get it. And the kind of work this institution has done, even the ministry is really stunned that how a small institution can train so many teachers. And still we are launching the programs, and each program we are getting more than 500 or maybe 1,000 students. One program we did with Shivaji College, around 1,000 participants were there. So it's highly encouraging that the young team, young college, and young colleagues are doing wonderful in terms of teaching, learning. Well, friends, I would also like to say that this is also the emphasis of our new education policy. Mainly new education policy, if you go through it, whether it is school education, college education, university education, there are 3 segments. And, they are talking about the blended learning and also the use of information communication technology. Not only in terms of education, but also in terms of various courses, online courses. Like I can give you an example that there are, the government of India has a SWAM portal through which a lot of programs, if you go to on SWAM, there are a lot of courses available, both for school, college, and university education. Similarly, e-Pathshala, and there are several other initiatives of the government of India, and they're ready, and UGC also is very keen that people should go on those portals. Even teachers should go on those portals and do those courses, or maybe learn something out of it, so that things can move further. So taking that clue in mind, that we have been designing these courses and updating the knowledge of the teachers, and from all over the country, we are receiving a very good response in terms of the quality of teaching or quality of learning which this institution is doing. Like I can give you an example that, before the start of this semester, we, thought which one tool we will be using in this college for imparting education to our students. And we adopted MS Team. And I tell you that 120 teachers are using it very effectively. And most of our students are very, very satisfied because we have trained our teachers. I can give an example, like Hindi department teachers came to me that, sir, we will not be able to handle this, or we will not be able to teach in Hindi through this program, but we devised it and we trained them. And now they are doing it very effectively. So that is what we have to do that. We have to learn the things, and then we have to tailor made them to our needs. So this is what we need to look into. And now about the MOOCs, massive open online courses, I have a small suggestion or a guidance that each one of you, don't think you can be the master. The only thing is you will have to practice it. You have to think that it is a very simple technology, and we have to practice. Like I can tell you how we did it. We got one National Resource Center from Ministry of HRD to develop a refresher course for teachers in the area of human rights, ethics, and environment. And we were blank. What should we do? And they said that first you send us a 5-minute video. And I talked my teachers. They said, sir, probably we will not be able to do it. You do it. Okay, I will do it. So I started doing it, and then I tell you, my young teachers did much better job than I did. So that is how we learned the things, and we successfully did it. So that is what I'm trying to say, that each one of you, after this training, because training will only guide you a little bit. It is not in itself will make you master. You will have to learn yourself, practice yourself. So I can tell you, let us say you are a teacher of computer science. You want to launch a course on MOOCs. And let us say you want to teach a language, Java language, let us say. Divide that, the syllabi into 6-7 small portions. And then, small portions or units, we can say, and you develop, first of all, that the material which needs to go, and which should be very, very practical, so that each and every learner can learn out of it. Similarly, how you will assess, how you will do the evaluation, that is also very important. You think about that also. And that is how you start recording. And after record, just edit it. Everything is available on your phone or on your computer. I tell you, very simple. If you learn through your computer, learn through your laptop, you will come to know how to do it. And once you start practicing, things will become easily. And let me tell you that we have a very good portal now. We can host these programs on these MOOCs, program on our platform, if it is worth, worth the learning for the people. So that is how, you should start doing it. Every day we are hearing that through virtual, reality. Recently, IIT Delhi has organized a, convocation function. IIT Mumbai also organized. You will see that how they developed a, system, and it was a very simple thing. There's nothing new in it, but only thing is you have to apply the system. Similarly, I was other day hearing in news on augmented reality, that a small, a small area teachers like Malipuram in Kerala, she developed a system for teaching their students of their school. She was taking a class in an empty room and doing everything what exactly is there. Like if she wants to show the sky, or if planet, or anything, she will bring that through the visual thing, and show it to her students. So that is how we have to innovate in order to match it to what we did in the class. We are all agreeing, like Swati ji said, that it is not, what we do it in the class. It cannot be exactly what, but we can bring it to the level of that. So that is how we have to grab these opportunities, because there is no other alternative. We cannot just keep on cribbing that we cannot go to the class, we cannot call the students, so we will not do anything. No, we will have to devise the new ways, new systems. So that's how it is very, very important. With this, once again, thank you very much, and welcome to Professor Singla and everyone today present in this program. Thank you very much. Over to Nidhi.
Thank you, sir. Today, we feel extremely privileged to have with us Dr. M.L. Singla, who is a professor in the Faculty of Management Studies, University of Delhi. Professor Singla, an engineer, followed by a degree in MBA from FMS, started his career as a systems consultant from TCS and has completed his PhD from FMS too. Professor Singla was the Dean Examinations, University of Delhi, along with being the Dean Alumni, University of Delhi, and has also handled both these positions very skillfully and efficiently. Having authored innumerable monographs, books, research papers in refereed journals, Professor Singla has been a research supervisor and has also guided many PhD scholars. Professor Singla has also completed several major research projects financed by UGC and Government of NCT of Delhi. He has also been awarded the IBM Faculty Award in the year 2008 for carrying out research on the topic BPR or BPM, Way Ahead for India, through an international evaluation. Professor Singla has also taught at the California State University, Fullerton College of Business and Economics, and is also a member of the advisory committee in several government agencies and organizations. We welcome you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nidhi Mathur, uh, dear Dr. Agarwal, Dr. Paul, FDB coordinators, that Dr. Mathur and Dr. Shilpa, uh, and dear colleagues. I'm honored to be here this morning. I'm here honored to join you. A lot of expectations have been raised by Dr. Paul, Dr. Mathur, Dr. Agarwal. He's a good friend, so I really can't do much about it. He creates problems like this for me all the time. But I'm only going to chit-chat with all my colleagues. The moment I received a mail from Dr. Agarwal, I picked up the phone and called him up, thinking that before he calls me up, I should call him up and thank him for inviting me. But sir, I think it's more than thanks. I didn't know that you are going to make me meet during this period of COVID-19, 500 plus colleagues. So thank you very much for inviting me. It's a great opportunity to meet the colleagues from Jamia, from Dehradun, from Hyderabad, from Sultanpur, from West Bengal, from Meghalaya, from Andhra Pradesh, from Kolkata, from Mumbai, from Rajasthan, from Madurai, from Kerala, and finally Agra. So many colleagues I'm able to meet today, so many colleagues I'm able to interact with, address them on this small issue of ICT-enabled online learning, online teaching. We started, at FMS, we started our classes on 3rd of August, sir, this year. We were late by what, 1 month, but we are making it good by taking additional classes because as the luck would have it, we are competing not with any other department of University of Delhi. We're competing with the top IIMs like Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, so that our students don't miss the chance of getting placement. This starts on 1st of April 2021. So first advantage of online classes is that it helps us take the classes at odd hours so that we can make up the lost time. Yes, it is true. Somebody asked a person like me that what is the difference between a mother and a teacher? I'm sure many of our female colleagues are here. They will know the difference better. But the difference that I could understand was that a mother can put only one child to sleep at one time. Second part, you know what I'm saying. Mother can put only one child to sleep at one time. Teacher is more effective that way. So, friends, I'm going to just discuss a few things that come as an experience. As Dr. Agarwal was saying that I'm supposed to be good at ICT. Well, blame me, because even after being good at ICT, I have not been able to do much for University of Delhi and its constituent departments and colleges. Factors are many, because we understand there are two dimensions of doing any business, including academics. One is the management of that particular business. Second is operations of that particular business. The management of education could have been, how do I maintain my attendance? How do I run my administration? How do I run my establishment? How do I run my finance? How do I run my administration of the colleges, of other departments, and so on and so forth? The operations I necessarily mean, how do I do my academics with IT? Now, we didn't do anything. As University of Delhi, we didn't do anything. Byju's has made millions by doing that, but University of Delhi didn't do anything. But thanks to COVID-19, it has forced us to do something. It has forced us to do something. Friends, first this country went through demonetization in 2016 November. So we were left with no choice but to go for cashless economy. So our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, started talking about go for cashless economy, go for cards, go for PTMs, go for all kind of payment protocols, payment gateways and whatnot. So technology was forced on the society. This time around, there was no Prime Minister. This time around, there was no president. One infection forced the entire world to go onto the technology, and we were not spared as teachers. Academicians, technology has been literally pushed down our throat. If you really look back, some 3 months back, we were not really willing. We were not really willing. Today, a 2.5 years old child is also attending classes online. And the fantastic part is that parents ensure that please take my cell phone, take my smartphone, take my laptop, take my PC, take my whatever you want, but please attend the class. At least you will not bother me that much. But from 2.5 years old to 100+ years old, people are going online. Technology has been pushed on us. We have no choice. I'm not saying that there are all pros. There are cons also. In fact, cons are going to weigh much more heavier, as we will discuss in a few minutes from now. So MHRD has been investing plane loads of funds for the last more than 1 decade for development of MOOCs and e-learning experiences. But it has never happened. And now this COVID-19 has done what all of us put together could not do it. Friends, there's a personal experience this year. We have 2 daughters. Younger daughter, despite my not even knowing and helping her, got admitted to Harvard Kennedy School for doing MPA ID, Masters in Public Administration, International Development. I think a batch of about 150 students were taken. Almost 70% of them requested for deferrals because Harvard said that the first semester will definitely be online. And this is the experience that most of the known international departments have gone through. 70%, practically 70% of them requested for deferrals. Can you allow me to join next year? Does it mean anything to us? We are academicians. It means that if I have to do an MBA from FMS, if I have to do an MBA from Harvard, if I have to do an MPA ID from Harvard, Kennedy, then I will not like to attend classes online. The experience is sitting there in the class. Experience is pushing each other. Experience is non-verbal communications, which is going to be important. Harvard is smart institution. They came back. We will not be able to accommodate all 70% for deferrals next year. They'll give you an option. So 25 people will be accommodated next year, another 25 people next to next year, and the last 20 will be accommodated in 2023. And if it's not okay with you, you can join this year online. We were lucky, she got deferral next year. But that is the story. Friends, online courses have been around for ages. One could have done an MBA, business administration program from Harvard or from Ahmedabad through online, but market does not recognize the courses at par. So far, it has not. So far, it has not done that. I don't know how the things are going to shape up in coming days. Friends, we have moved a lot from Gurukul, informal sector, to madrasas, gurdwaras, dharamshalas, mandirs. We all know about it. To open classrooms under the trees. Dr. Agarwal did not tell you that I used to attend classes up to 8 standards under a tree, sir, in a village. And I feel so proud that I have traveled such a long distance. So some people say that, why should you discuss this? I discuss it because I take pride in that. I take pride in that. So open schools, open classrooms under the trees, to classrooms, to blackboards, to whiteboards, to tech-enabled classrooms, to smart classrooms, and now finally online classes. Online classes, an extension of this, as Dr. Agarwal was suggesting, AI-based online classes, artificial intelligence-based online classes, where we talk about virtual reality, where we talk about augmented reality, we talk about virtual reality, we talk about augmented reality, and there is a possibility that tomorrow we come up with a system where students will be coming embedded with, implanted with smart chips. So we go in for even IoT kind of classrooms. Let's hope it doesn't happen. Let's hope it doesn't happen. Hope it does not happen that we finally reach what is called mind mapping. Teacher is staying home, thinking something, and the students are getting communicated what he or she is thinking. Okay, but you never know what technology can do. Well, friends, MOOCs, Dr. Agarwal has already spoken, is an e-learning platform, which means free of charge delivery of knowledge anywhere, anytime. Self-paced learning with immediate feedback. MHRD initiated SWAM. It has been a moderate success, but heavy investments, very heavy investment. I remember that I was called for a meeting some 10 years back. The officer who was looking after it, I said, how much money? He said, 6,000 crore rupees. I said, what are you going to do? That we don't know. That we don't know. So I came back, I said, fine. Since you don't know, that nobody can tell you. Okay. The question is, are we ready? Are we going to enjoy it? Ask yourself. I can tell you that my experience, I've been doing it for the last 3 months. I started doing webinars on the platform of FMS Alumni Association some 3.5 months back, got very big names. But after 4 webinars, we were tired. We were tired. We started looking at it, oh, this has become another. Okay. So are we going to enjoy it? Is it going to deliver the results? Is it going to deliver the results? Well, I can share with you that this is the 5th week that I have been teaching my MBA classes. I don't think it is the same what we used to do in the classroom, but it is certainly more than what I expected it to be. It's certainly more than what I expected it to be. It is certainly better. Even discipline is better. Even I am more disciplined. Of course, I was always disciplined, but I am more disciplined. So is it going to deliver the results? How is it going to impact our teaching effectiveness? Friends, there was a saying that you tell me I remember, you tell me I know it, You show me, I remember. You make me do, I learn how to do it. Is it only the surface level knowledge that we are going to gain? Or is it that we will learn how to do it? Only time will tell. I'm glad that Ramanujan College and JDM College have taken initiative to get the faculty members ready for the next page. On behalf of all my colleagues, let me thank you, Dr. Agarwal and Dr. Pal, and also our colleagues, Dr. Mathur and Dr. Shilpa. It's the first moral advantage that is going to matter. While we are here, I would like to mention a few challenges that educational institutions are likely to witness. COVID-19 has forced some 72% of the world's student population stay home as institutions are closed for last three and a half, 4 months. This has led to interrupted learning. A colleague, we were walking in the morning, in the evening, every day in the evening. So a colleague told me, what is government doing? I was slightly cheesed off, Dr. Paul. I said, what are we doing? So what do you mean by that? I said, we are the only category of people who are getting a reasonably fat salary after 7th pay commission. What is our contribution to COVID-19, to the country during COVID-19, other than saying that the government is not doing anything? I said, what are we doing? So friends, COVID-19 has forced some 72% of the world's student population to stay home as institutions. This has led to interrupted learning, missing on free midday meals for the school-going kids, confusion among students, teachers, and parents. There has been a lot of confusion. Now the things are settling down in many areas. Very high economic costs, rise in dropout rates, very huge rise in dropout rates. I have a helper who started coming about 1 month back at home. After I did Jadu and Pocha for last about 3 months. So this guy one day said, sir, I need some help. I said, what is that? Sir, can you lend me 5,000 rupees? I gave him 5,000 rupees and I said, you need more? He said, no. I said, now you tell me the reason. He said, sir, online classes हैं बेटी की, she's in 9th standard. और तो मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता, उसके लिए एक फोन खरीद के देना पड़ेगा, तो 5,000, सर 5,000 में आ जाएगा? ये सर हाँ 5,000 में आ जाएगा सर, जिससे क्लास हो जाएगी कम से कम. So high economic costs, rise in dropout rates. Suppose I would not have agreed to give him 5,000 rupees. What will the daughter do? Drop out. Social isolation. Social isolation. I've been just wondering, I was counting in the morning today. In last 6 months' time, there was 6 occasions, Dr. Agarwal, where I was required to be at Patiala with the family. I could not dare. And with a lot of reluctance, they also said, don't come. Don't come. Social isolation is happening a lot. Emergence of new opportunities, new aspirations, and new challenges. Challenges are going to be much more. Some of the challenges that I can see: 1, fewer students may go back to the school after this COVID-19. Fewer students may go back to the school. Even much fewer students may go outstation to study. The kind of problems that people are faced, people may not like to send their kids to outstation for study. Fewer students will go overseas to study internationally. No sports, social distancing is going to be the norm for a couple of years before we really forget that there was COVID-19. Multi-shift training is possible. Multi-shift teaching is possible, which we always face a problem. Teaching can be round the clock if both the parties are agreeable. Odd hours teaching is possible. For example, at FMS, we used to have guest lectures up to 12 o'clock at midnight. FMS is what FMS is, but for different reasons altogether. Guest lectures, physical guest lectures up to 12 o'clock. Now it is possible to even go on up to 2 o'clock, up to 4 o'clock in the morning. Because the students don't have to come to the campus, the speaker doesn't have to come to the campus, and so on and so forth. Of course, connectivity is a big issue. Connectivity is a big issue. I would have interacted today morning from home. I didn't. I had to come to the office because I was not too sure about the network. It's a brand new Airtel, very high bandwidth connection. But that was only when I paid the money. Afterwards, there's no guarantee. So connectivity is a big issue. Time discipline. See, as a teacher, I used to say, okay, we will start the class after 10 minutes. As a teacher, I will leave the class 15 minutes before the time is over. Now, everything is getting recorded. And the students are also very well disciplined. That's one advantage, Dr. Nidhi Mathur, that we are getting in online teaching. Everything is getting recorded. Which student attended the class for 93 minutes or 93 and a half minutes or 88 minutes is getting recorded. I think as a country, this country has missed two things always. System is there. We have missed discipline and we have missed ethical behavior. So COVID-19, at least on our community, has forced this particular discipline. And I'm very happy about it. I'm very happy about it. I used to feel bad. My class will start at 8:59 if the class is scheduled at 9 o'clock. I will be in my class at 8:59. But the next room, there will be a lot of noise even at 9:20 or 9:25. I used to feel bad. But you can't tell a colleague. Now there is no need to tell a colleague. Everything is getting recorded. So that's one advantage that we. Well, keeping them awake is a problem. As I said in the beginning, that a teacher can put many students to sleep and in one go. Keeping them awake is a problem. So how did I manage? And all these are very sharp kids. And we also have very well experienced executives. A person working as a DGM, a person working as a DGM and a public secretary, an IAS officer, IPS officer. How do you keep them awake? So what I mandated was that I will request any one of you to speak, whosoever is available on the screen. If I don't get the mic on in 5 seconds time, that means that you are not there. 5 weeks, luckily, I have been able to manage. I've been able to manage. Content coverage will certainly go up. Content coverage will certainly go up because lesser questions and answers. Lesser. However best you try, the students are going to be quite a lot. Things can, because they're listening very, very intently. Content coverage will go up, but the bigger question is going to be learning versus teaching. You're teaching, fine. I'm teaching, fine. Are they learning? Are they learning? Okay. Teaching definitely is going high tech. Technology will help the content. But is it helping the container also? Is a question. Technology will help the content, but is it helping the content, the container? I'm not too sure about it. All along, we used to look at, oh, so this course you did in distance learning mode. That's correspondence courses. And we always said, this is it. This is it. All of a sudden, because of online teaching, the stature of on distance learning mode courses is going to go up. We can't help it. We can't help it. Reskilling will be needed, as it is already being done by these two colleges. Dr. Agarwal, role of AI, artificial intelligence in learning is going to go up. Augmented reality and virtual reality and robotics and Internet of Things and dash. MOOCs will go and reside on clouds because there will be going to be much more demand of MOOC. Examination and evaluation will be different. You've already seen all the politics which was going on at university level as well as at the UGC level and MHRD level, whether we should have online open book exams or not. Okay, uh, I'm not saying we are different. We had no choice. FMS conducted its online exams, open book online exams in the month of April before the debate actually started. We had a constraint. We had a constraint, and we had tremendous amount of pressure from our students that kindly conduct the exam, then let us go, because we have to join the organizations. Okay. Well, cost of delivery will definitely go down. Institutions and governments will invest in technology. Only the other day, I was in a governing body meeting of one of the colleges, Ramanujan College. They said, we want to buy 50 laptop machines for our faculty members. The evening college said. I said, why not morning also? So 50 morning should buy, 50 evening should buy. It's not only evening which is teaching, morning is also teaching. And let's facilitate. If we don't facilitate, how will they teach? Whosoever needs. So investments by institutions and governments will go up in technology. Depth of knowledge is going to be a question. Depth of knowledge is going to be a big question. I can share with you, Dr. Pal, that when I go to my class of MBAs, if I ask a question, have you ever seen wheat growing? Wheat. Only 2% of them answer. And one of them says that it grows like mangoes. And mind you, these are the people who are going to look after the 10,000 crore rupees foods business of IPC or HUL tomorrow. Foods business. उसमें से 6,000 crore रुपए का आटा भी बेचेंगे. So depth of knowledge now is going to be even a bigger question. Even a bigger question. Mixed mode of teaching will evolve slowly and slowly. Blended learning model. Attention span is going to be a big challenge. Attention span is going to be a big challenge. While they are available on the screen, they might also keep on doing something else. Okay. Class size is likely to go up. In my class, I was not able to make them sit more than 70 students in the physical classroom. But this year, my colleagues decided and the administration decided that we will have a batch of a class of 140 students per section, so that we have only 2 sections, otherwise we'll have to have 4 sections. Of course, we have pressure of faculty also, because against 80 sanctioned positions, we have only 18 people in place. 80 and 18. So that is the problem. Class sizes is likely to go up. The other day, one of the governing body members who is not from academics in Ramanujan College said that, why can't we have a larger classroom? Classroom means 300 people being taught by one teacher, and we can reduce the number of ad hoc and guest faculty. I simply told him, I said, don't mess with the academics, leave it to the academicians. Okay, I will not allow the class size to be increased just because we want to reduce the cost of faculty. Sorry. Okay, so class size is likely to go up. Well, I can share with you, and this is the feedback with my colleagues also. After a while, it really gets boring to teach online.
Yeah.
After a while, it really gets boring to. I mean, you are very pleasant people. That's why it's not getting boring even after speaking for 25 minutes. But I can tell you that if I have a class of 2.5 hours, which happens at FMS, we have classes of 1.5 hours, 3 hours, and 2.5 hours. And that is why, Dr. Agarwal, it's a risk always when you invite a professor like FMS. 2.5 घंटे से पहले चुप नहीं करने वाला.
कोई बात नहीं. We know it.
Well, I can share with you that one of the reasons why I came to FMS to interact with you, getting formally ready is a self-booster. I received a WhatsApp message from some friend, school teacher हैं, वो क्लास ले रहे हैं बच्चों का, साड़ी पहना हुआ है. And when she gets up, actually नीचे उन्होंने शॉर्ट्स पहना हुआ है, चुन्नी का साड़ी बनाया हुआ. So when you don't get ready for this kind of class, actually there's no mental tuning which takes place.
Correct.
One says, yeah, informal, casual affair. I think that I have experienced. Getting formally ready for a class is always a self-moral booster. Self-moral booster. I'm going for something very, very sacrosanct. I'm going for something very, very well-meaning. I'm going for something which is my religion, my job. Friends, all these things are going to happen. I've spoken enough. If there are any questions and answers, I'll be more than happy to take. But before I say bye, and then one day, someone will start, someone like Dr. Agarwal or Dr. Paul will start advertising classroom with only personal interaction sometime in future. I will be back to where we were. Thank you very much. It has been nice to interact.
Thank you, Professor Singla. Wonderful sharing your personal experiences. That's what we always look forward in FDPs, because teaching is not important. Sharing experiences is very important. You talked about the challenges of online education. You talked about the fatigue of online education. See, it's very important. That's why I have, in my college took an initiative that no teacher will have more than 6 to 8 lectures in a week. So, and no student will attend more than 3 hours in a day. So, now it is my own decision. University agrees, not agrees. I'm not, much concerned, but the situation is very simple, as you said, that it is very important from teacher point of view and a learner point of view that this online fatigue should not take away the toll. And we should have a joy of learning rather than a pressure of learning. And also, you very well said that there is a lot of problem regarding maintaining the discipline. Yes, at FMS, you can do so many things, but in an undergraduate situation, you can think of, and we have also trained our teachers how to maintain discipline, how to know that the student is creating a problem. So, but still we receive a lot of complaints in this regard. And the basic problem which all of us are facing, as you said, the connectivity. Another issue, most of our, not most, but few of our teachers are facing the communication. Creativity is another issue which is, missing. Then we don't collaborate. That is another problem. We have to learn from each other. That is extreme, even from our children. I was forced to learn so many things sitting at home from the children. And, even in these online FDPs, most of our participants, they say, sir, we have not got this. We have not got. I very simply humble them that you please take the help of your colleague. You will get everything, because we are not here to teach you the basic things. We can, we can do the online, training, but not how to download, how to, that becomes a problem. So this is another issue. And thank you very much once again. And I'm glad that you joined this morning with us. Thank you very much.
May I also please add my thanks to you, Professor Singla. Thank you so much for an interesting perspective that you put forward. I'd like to add to that and say that a good teacher is a good teacher, whether it's a physical classroom or whether it is a Zoom platform or any other Google platform, whatever platform. The point is that a teacher needs to constantly push his or her own boundaries. If there are new situations, you've got to set new benchmarks for yourself. Unless you set new benchmarks for yourself, unless you train yourself, unless you are flexible and open to learning, you can never be a good teacher on any platform. So I think it is a genuine teacher who will also take on this platform, and absolutely in the way that the youngsters speak nowadays, they say, you kill it, so they will kill it with the way in which they learn ICT. I just wanted to add that. Thank you so much for an interesting session this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Swati. Thank you.
Dr. Agarwal, are you giving them some input on Google Classroom kind of?
Yes, sir. Everything. Google Classroom, Google Meet, and everything, and very practical. I will send you the link. Please go through it, our material. If any suggestion, please let us know, sir. Okay.
In fact, today on the first day, we have Google Classroom, sir. So the first day itself, we are training them on how to use Google Classrooms. And
Yes.
likewise, on the other days, we have topics like Google Meet and MS Teams and various other
Because
topics on which they can create own notes.
communicating with a group of students is very, very important, and
Yes,
Google
sir.
Classroom can help.
Yeah.
All
Right,
kind
sir.
of platforms.
That's true, sir.
Thank you very much. It was
Yes.
wonderful to interact with all of you.
Yes, sir. There were a few queries, sir. So if you can spare some
Yeah,
time more.
Please.
So there's a question from Dr. Joseph, and that is something which I also want to hear from you, sir. So the question is, will excessive online teaching result in burnouts in numerous lives? And if yes, how can we overcome such burnouts?
I think any activity in excess is going to be bad. So there should be a mix of everything. Now that we have got an opportunity, we should create value for ourselves and our students. See, academics is the only area where when you invest, it's benefiting more than one party. It benefits the students, it benefits the self, it also benefits the company that we keep. So I think uh, in any case, we are not going to take excessive load that may lead to burnout. I must share with you that 100% of the industry people today are WFM, working from home. WFH, working from home. First 15 days, they were very happy. Their families were very happy. I can't tell you what is going on in their lives today. They have no Saturday, Sundays. They have no Janmashtami. There is no Dussehra. There is no Diwali. It's only work, work, and work. 18 hours a day, 20 hours a day. 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. That is excess online. So screen time has to be controlled. So what do I do during that time? Well, I can share with you that I have read all the novels that I used to love reading all over again. Okay. I have read a couple of other books which were lying on my table, but I could not finish them earlier. I finished them all over again. Okay. I chat a lot with my friends. I do a lot of domestic household work. So I think the best way is to involve yourself in a mix of things. Because if it's going to be 100% screen time, whether it's watching TV or keep on working on WhatsApp or only teaching, it's going to be boring, it's going to be killing. Okay, so that is my understanding that a change in mode is going to help us. A change in mode is going to help us. This is the situation we really can't help. All the astrology has failed. People said that from 3rd September, the things will start cooling down. From 15th September, there will be a small spike. By 28th September, the COVID-19 will go back to where it came from, that is China. It's not going to happen. This can't be seen in the near future. I can tell you that all the 29 states today are blowing up like anything. You can see the numbers. Somebody told me yesterday that day is not very far off than where we will be contributing something upward of 10 lakh cases a day. India will be contributing 10 lakh cases a day. So that necessarily means that's not going to go away sometime soon. So burnout is not the solution, but a variety of things that we do is going to be the solution.
Correct.
Yeah. Did I answer to some extent?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And I think we can close the session. We don't have many queries because the rest of the queries are related to the platform itself, which we can handle independently. So before we close the session, I would like to read out a few rules for this FDP, which are basically very important for the participants to understand and know. And I would request all the participants who have joined us today to please take a keen note of all the rules that I am just announcing right now. Also, these rules have been put on the portal for everybody's knowledge. So the first and the foremost rule is that there will be a quiz after every session that needs to be attempted by all the participants. And the purpose of this quiz basically is to assess your knowledge about the topics that have been covered. And these quizzes will account for 60% of the total number of quizzes. The second point is that there is an online feedback form which will be also available on the portal itself, and that needs to be also filled by all the participants. The third quiz is that there will be regular assignments which will be given to all the participants, and that will be taken into account for 80% of the total number of the assignments that have been given. But we would suggest that all the participants should complete all the assignments that have been given, irrespective of the percentage that has been just called out, because it is for everybody's knowledge that you do the participants regularly and take keen interest in that. Fourth is that on the last day, there will be a final quiz that will cover all the topics that have been covered throughout the FDP. And that very final quiz will take into account 40% of the total marks. The last and the final point, which is a very important point from the perspective of issuing certificates, that since this FDP is being organized under Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission of Teachers and Teaching, we give prime importance to willing and serious participants who are eager to learn. So it is therefore necessary that e-certificates will be awarded to those and only those participants who fulfill the above criteria. So we will not be issuing participants any certificates if they are not fulfilling the criteria that has been just announced. So with this, we come to the end of this inauguration function. So like it has been also put on the portal that the first set of videos for today will be available to all by 12 o'clock, by 12 p.m. So please start viewing and attempting all the quizzes and assignments so that you can you can gain knowledge and you can be issued certificates. So thank you to our chief guest, both the principals, Dr. S.P. Agarwal, Dr. Swati Pal, my organizing team members, and all the participants for joining us today in this inauguration function. Thank you so much and hope to see you all in the valedictory that is on the 13th of September. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nidhi. Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you, the organizing teams. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Swati ji. Thank you very much for collaborating with us. It's a wonderful experience. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Singla.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
May we leave now, Nidhi?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Okay, have a good session, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.